friends, once again welcome to this class. So to recall, in the previous class we have discussed about Lorentzius triads and Newton's law of octaves. In this class our focus will be on Mendeleev periodic table. So we will do on Mendeleev periodic table. Right. So in the year 1869, a Russian scientist, Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev, have studied all the properties of all the elements known at that time, and he was also known as the father of the periodic table. So this Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev who is a Russian scientist in the year 1869. So he was also known as the father of the periodic table. Alright, and in the year 1869 there were 63 elements known at that time, and Mendeleev arranged these elements in the form of a table on the basis of their increasing order of atomic masses and similarities of the chemical properties of the elements. He arranged, at that time we have 63 elements, and he arranged them on the basis of their increasing order of their atomic masses, and another one on the basis of their similarities of the chemical and physical properties of the elements. So, in such an arrangement, Mendeleev noticed that the physical and chemical properties of the elements reoccur after a regular interval. So what are the physical properties of elements? Things like density, melting point and boiling point are the physical properties of the elements. And what are the chemical properties? Chemical properties are how an element reacts with another elements. Alright, so the physical properties here, things like density, melting point, and boiling point. And then the chemical properties, here he shows that how an elements react with other elements. So in this table, Mendeleev you see that elements, in this table Mendeleev took the elements to react with hydrogen and oxygen. He chooses hydrogen and oxygen because they are very reactive and they can also form compound with other elements. So let's try to understand this by taking some examples. Let's take the element sodium. If you take sodium, so if sodium react with hydrogen, we will get NaH. and when it reacts with oxygen, we will get Na2O. This is with the element sodium. Now if you take the element potassium, potassium on react with hydrogen, you will get KH, and on react with oxygen, you will get K2O. Alright, in general, if we denote the elements by R, then the hydride will be RH and the oxide will be R2O. Alright, so here sodium and potassium are similar in properties. So Mendeleev, he used this formulae of hydrides and oxides in order to group the elements together. So now I will show you the table of Mendeleev periodic table. This is the Mendeleev periodic table. Here these horizontal rows, they are called as periods, and here we have 6 periods. You can clearly see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, and the vertical columns, here they are called as groups, and here we have 8 groups. So Mendeleev, in order to arrange the elements, he used the formulae of hydrides and oxide. As you can clearly see in this group 1, Mendeleev, he used the formula of hydrides as RH and of oxide as R2O. And in group 2, the formula of hydrides is RH2 and of oxide is RO, and so on. Alright, so again, these elements here, they are arranged in the order of their increasing atomic masses. And the elements in the same group, they have similar chemical and physical properties. Another important thing here is the very interesting that you can learn from Mendeleev periodic table is that you can see there are some gaps here. Right? These gaps were left knowingly by Mendeleev, and these gaps are for those elements that were not known at that time. And Mendeleev boldly predicted that these elements are not discovered yet, and he even gave names to these elements here, and he also gave the properties of the elements. For an example, the element in this blank space, he gave name as Eka aluminium. Here the word Eka means one, which is taken from Sanskrit word. Later, when this element was discovered, it was named as gallium, and guess what? The properties of this element almost match with the element in the same group. Alright, another interesting part in this table is that if you can see in here, group 8, cobalt and nickel. We know that Mendeleev arranged the elements in the order of their increasing atomic masses. But in this case, we see that cobalt is before than nickel. But we see that the atomic mass of cobalt is slightly greater than that of nickel. This one is 58.9 and this one is 58.7. This is the intelligence of Mendeleev. Intentionally he did this because he put cobalt in this group because cobalt have the properties which are similar to rhodium and iridium. And again he put nickel in this group here because nickel have the same properties as are with palladium and platinum. So with the same thing you can see here even with this. You can see here this one, tellurium and iodine. Tellurium has higher atomic mass as compared to iodine. Atomic mass of tellurium is 1 to 8 and iodine is 1 to 7. This one also he put them intentionally because tellurium has the properties similar with group 6 and iodine has the properties similar with group 7. Those are few of the achievements of Mendeleev. So Mendeleev on arranging these elements, he noticed a repetition of the physical and chemical properties of those elements, and those repetitions repetition after a fixed interval, it makes him to formulate a law which is called as the Mendeleev periodic law. He formulated a law which is called as Mendeleev periodic law. And the law states that the properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. The properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. Alright, so here the word properties, it refers to the physical and chemical properties, and periodic function, it refers to the regular interval that the elements occur in the table, and atomic masses refers to the order of their increasing atomic masses. So these are the achievements of Mendeleev, and now let us see the limitations of Mendeleev. Alright, the first limitation of Mendeleev table is about the position of hydrogen. The first limitation is about the position of hydrogen. Right. As you can see from this table, hydrogen is put in group 1 along with the alkali metals, because hydrogen shows similar properties along with these metals. But hydrogen also shows similar properties with the elements of group 7 called the halogens, because hydrogen also has a diatomic molecule, and again hydrogens can react with metal and non-metals in order to form covalent compound. So the second limitation is about the position of isotopes. Position of isotopes. What are the isotopes? Isotopes are the atoms of the same elements, but it has different masses. For an example, carbon 12 and carbon 13. These two are the isotopes. Here the atomic mass of carbon 12 is 12, which has a proton of 6 and neutron of 6. And then this one, it has proton of 6 and neutron of 7. These two isotopes actually have the same chemical properties, but they are of different atomic masses. So in order to fit these isotopes in the Mendeleev periodic table is a great challenge for him. So this is another limitation of the Mendeleev periodic table. So these are few of the limitations of the Mendeleev periodic table, and we'll stop here for today. And in the next class, we will try to understand more about the next table, and that is the modern periodic table. Until then, stay safe, take care.